kiss. Hello, everyone.
How's it going? It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. That sound is, for those of you that don't know, our
Second baby girl.
second one.
It's hanging out down low over here.
So we had her in 2023. She's not a year yet. But yeah.
The bigger one's gaming on the other side.
Yep.
But we are back at it.
We're back. My name is Winnie.
I'm Femi.
And we are the Doyle-Marshalls. Welcome back and welcome to 2024.
Crazy.
I think our last video was like 2022.
Yeah. We were
in BC.
And yeah, wow, that was an update video too.
That was an update video. Yeah, so what I did was on my Instagram recently, I posted that we're going to do an update video if anyone had any questions, to send that through. So what we'll do this video is kind of just spend some time answering those questions. So I'm just going to be looking at my phone. And what's life like now? What's life like now? Well, we have 2 little children under the age of 3.
Yep.
Which is just its own thing. And yeah, it's busy. It's very busy. Now at this point, since we started our YouTube channel, this is the 3rd province in Canada that we're living in.
That's crazy.
So we were in Ontario, then we were in British Columbia, and now we are in Alberta. I know a lot of people will probably be like, why Alberta? Like, why would you go from BC to Alberta?
Yeah, the big thing for us was, hi.
This is life with children.
I hear you.
Okay, go.
Family. Family. That's the main reason why we moved, so we have more family, more support. Because when you go from 1 to 2 children, it's a whole different ball game.
Family really encompasses a lot of the reasons we have some family up here. It helps with support, but it also just helps with like having some sort of a community that, you know, people I can talk to that are in person, that are close to me and things like that. So that's what I would say is like our reasons for really moving to Alberta, and what life is like now. And yeah, in terms of the move, we drove here, which was, oh my gosh, driving with 2 children. Maybe one day I'll do another update on like tips and tricks, but it was wild. Like one of our kids was like 2.5 and the other was like just a few months old, and so lots of stops, lots of potty breaks. Almost ran out of gas at one point in the mountains. Oh my goodness. And we have a dog. Let's not forget, we do have a dog too. The dog was probably the easiest part of the whole equation, but the move itself was wild. But we've moved so many times. Good job, Lily. Yeah. But we moved so many times that we kind of had a rhythm to how we kind of structure our moves and how much money we put into our moves and what's worth it versus what's not. So yeah, like sometimes, you know, you gotta let go of some things and just spend the money for the help, and sometimes you gotta do certain things yourself. But it was wild. If you want a video on how to do a really long drive with very little children, let me know in the comments below, and we'll maybe film like a sit-down update on how to do that and what are some tips and tricks that we use. Either way, it's hard, but there are some things that could make your life just a tiny bit easier and can help you manage your expectations. So if that's something you really want to know, please let us know down in the comments below. Yeah. Let's see, next question. Life update. Life with 2 children, life with 2 kids. It's wild. It's crazy. There's like almost no breaks, or if you are gonna have a break, you have to schedule it in. It's a lot, but it's definitely a team effort. That thing of like, it takes a village. I definitely believe it. I don't have that whole village. We don't have that whole village. It was also one of the reasons we moved here, but yeah, I think it's just really, it's a lot. It's as hard as it is also as rewarding as it is, if that makes sense. Like, it's so rewarding. We love our children, obviously. Like, there's so much joy and life in our household. And yes, Lily? Lava, yes. There's so much joy and love and happiness in our home. It is such a blessing to have 2 little ones, and at the same time it is so hard. And you know, it is a season for us right now. It's a season of stress. It's a season of no sleep. It's a season of, like, just no matter how you feel in the morning, you gotta get up and do what you gotta do. You gotta get up and take care of your children. You gotta get, like, there's always something to do. There's really no breaks, and that is tough. Yet it's really heartwarming to see, like, all of the firsts that, like, our first little one, like Lily, went through, and then seeing our little one, like, she's just started crawling. She's now trying to stand on her own. Her first tooth just popped up, right? Like, those little things, seeing them engage with each other, so cool. I can tell they're gonna be, like, just the best of friends. They already are. They make each other laugh. They watch out for each other. It's really, really lovely and amazing. And we just have to kind of get through the season, and we know what it's like to have a baby and to watch that baby grow, at least up to like 2-3 years old. So, you know, it's a thing. It's hard, but for me, I love the noise and the loudness and just the life that it brings to our household. How was last year for you? How was last year for us? Yeah, I think that's basically what the last year was like, was just trying to honestly stay afloat and trying to remember all the blessings that we have in our life while we're, like, so tired. I think something happens to you when you're just really not sleeping, and that's just, you just get really tired. So, you know, I think we've really made the most of it, and we've leaned on each other as a family. Femi's coming back in, the little one's asleep. I think we really had to lean on each other. Yeah,
the change of going from 1 to 2, you have completely no space, and if you were having conversations and you're able to check in and do that a lot easier with 1, it's actually a lot harder. So I think kind of like you have to have an active effort in, like, everything, in communication, understanding what each person is going through. But no, like, the fact that I can have this little one sleeping on me, know the other one is having fun over there, like, it's actually worth it. Like, it's actually for me. And for you.
I definitely manage my time differently. I make sure to take care of myself as much as I can. Like, if I'm sitting down for 5 minutes and I see something like, oh, this needs to be put away or that needs to be put away, like, I'll think about it and I'll be like, no, I'm gonna give myself the 5 minutes to sit down, and I'm gonna put that thing away after or when I have time. Because right now I need to rest. You know, just me sitting down for 5 minutes and just taking a breather not only helps my body, but honestly also just helps my mind to kind of reorganize where my day needs to go, or how my week needs to look like, or do I need to, like, communicate something to family, do I need to listen, do I need to spend, like, a few minutes with my kids, all of that kind of stuff. So I definitely manage my time way differently than I used to. But yeah, life, that's kind of where things are at right now. So we've learned a lot. We've learned to communicate when we can get a word in or a sentence in, but we do a lot, honestly. We talk about everything as much as we can, me and Femi, and, like, we try to be on the same page as much as we can too, because I think that's one of the things that you can lose touch with each other as, like, partners, and the less time you have. And so that's something we intentionally just do our best to support each other as much as we can, while trying to ensure that we have something in our cups left at the end of the day or the beginning of the day. So that's sort of where we're at. Let's see, what are a couple of things you want to accomplish this year? Whoa. Well, getting this channel back was on that list, so if this makes it onto YouTube, that's one of the things I really want to accomplish, is starting to get that going. Femi and I want to, I don't know, just really set our life up so that we have some kind of consistency for the next few years. You know, build our brands, Femi says from the other side. Yes, we want our business as well, REBOOTX Academy. I'll put that link down below. Business growth consulting, Femi does a lot of that. And so we want to build our personal brands and our business brands as well. I also want to do some more cooking videos. That's kind of something I want to do. Let me know in the comments if that's something you're interested in, but that is kind of on the plan, is like doing a bit more cooking videos, baking videos, just things like that. It's something I've been really into. So that's something I kind of want to do, and like take y'all along that journey with me. You'll probably see a little bit less of Femi and a little bit more of me going forward. First of all, it just helps when one person's watching the kids and the other's on this video like I am right now. That kind of just helps things along, but he'll pop in and out. What do you miss about BC and what do you love about Alberta? That's a great question.
The ocean.
I don't know if you can hear Femi, but he says the ocean. So one of the things we miss the most about BC is the water, the ocean, the nature, the trees. That's something, like, honestly, as soon as I crossed over to Alberta, I noticed that difference of like it's just different. There's like less ocean access. Obviously we're like in our mainland now, but where we were, like, we were 5 minutes away from the beach no matter where we were when we lived in BC, and even as we were driving around. So the easy access to nature is something I definitely miss. It's super cold here, so the warmth is the other thing. And when I say warmth, I don't mean like 40 degrees Celsius. I mean, like, it wasn't really freezing too much even in the winter where we were in BC. So miss the warmth. The other day, like, it was literally -50 here, which is apparently the coldest it's been for a few years. Yet, like, even -30, that's pretty cold. That's -30 degrees Celsius. So yeah, don't love that. But what do I love about Alberta? Yeah, access. The access to stuff. We have like access to more stores, more cultural foods. Even in the winter, like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, it was, like I said, -50 one week, and then the next week it was like 10 degrees. So it just went from like really, really cold to like pretty warm in comparison, that I was wearing my fall jacket. So that, and the sun, you know what? The sun is kind of blinding, it's too bright, but then I'm saying it's too bright. Like, I love that fact that there is so much light here, so much sun, so much light. Like, even in the middle of winter, it can feel good. It can look good outside if you're inside. Like, you can open your windows and there's still so much natural light that comes in. It's beautiful. Like, right now in this video, this is all natural light. Like, I don't have any lighting equipment behind me. Like, that's something I do really like. But yeah, culturally there's a lot more diversity, so that also means more access to different types of food from different cultures, you know, different types of foods in the grocery stores, stuff like that. So that's what I love so far. Mind you, we've only been here for like 3 months, really not that long, maybe 4 months now. Definitely about Alberta, we are thinking of relocating there. Yeah, the cost of living is lower, although it is going up more, but that's what I would say about Alberta. Like, the winters are hard, but not as harsh as other parts of Canada, yet the sun during those cold times is so beautiful and nice and lovely. Still gives you that vitamin D, you know? How do you balance it all? Kids, career, the move, building a community, etc. How do we balance it?
Balance what?
How do we balance it all? How do we balance it all? I don't know that we do. It's hard. It's hard to balance everything, but what we do every night, or most nights, if we can remember, is we try to talk about what tomorrow's gonna look like. So we kind of take things day by day, but then we still try to look at what's our next week gonna look like, what's our next month gonna look like, you know? I think kind of what I said earlier, like you just wake up and you do what you gotta do, and that's the season we're in. We wake up, we're like, okay, we gotta do this, this, this. Okay, the kids need this. Okay, we need this. Okay, we need new snow boots. We need this. Da da da. Like, where do I see my career going? Like, we'll bring those conversations in as like we're talking. But yeah, Femi was saying, like, he was saying something on the side, but he was saying prioritizing. So prioritizing what we need to do. Yeah, prioritizing what we need to do in the moment versus what we need to do tomorrow versus what we need to do this week versus what we need to do this month. Like, and these conversations happen super quick with me and Femi. Like, we don't take forever to talk about stuff and decide stuff. If we're in the car driving the kids somewhere, we'll use those 5-10 minutes to have a conversation. So wherever we can get it, we'll just have a conversation. Sometimes Femi will come to me and say, okay, so what I was thinking was, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're referring to because we have 10 things on the go right now. And then he'll specify and then he'll talk. But like, that's how many things are just constantly happening. Yeah, we check in to make sure that our bigger goals are still relevant. Like, have they changed? Is this still something that's on the list of things we want to do? What do we want to accomplish this year? Like, you know, Femi and I sometimes, like, people tell us, like, we make decisions fast. But we communicate a lot. Like, every little minute we have that we can talk to each other, we do that. So it always seems like we make decisions really fast, yet we've probably talked for like hours about this one thing, but in spurts of time that we have. And so that one decision, when it comes time to it, we're so aligned about what we want from each other out of life, what we've already said we want our life to look like, that like when that decision comes, we're like, it's okay, like this actually fits into our plan in this way, or this doesn't, so that's going to be a no, or this actually fits to the bigger picture, so that's a yes, and this is how we're going to do it, and let's talk about how we're going to do it. So we really, really, really do our best to talk things out. Talk. Sometimes I'm so sick of talking because I don't have space to breathe sometimes. And when that happens, we take a minute to breathe. And then we get back to like having those conversations that we need to have so that time doesn't pass us by. And then we're like at the end of 2024 and we haven't done anything on our list, you know? We try to make time is valuable and we treat it as such. That's what I would say. I think that's all the questions. Is anything else you want to know? Like, honestly, drop it in the comments. I really hope we can, you know, get back to our regular schedule for these YouTube videos. We were actually filming, but we just never had time to put it together and edit it. So we've been filming like sporadically. If something's really cool, we'll film it. We're like, maybe we can put up a video soon. And then a whole year went by, we didn't do anything. We filmed like finding out I was pregnant. We filmed finding out like what the gender was gonna be. We filmed so much. We've actually filmed the move to Alberta. Like, we filmed pieces of the drive over here that hopefully I can like overlay throughout, but it was really the editing and putting it together and making the description and then putting it on YouTube and putting it on Instagram, and like life was just moving so fast for us that we just didn't have time for all of that. So so this is where we're at. Femi wasn't able to hop back in, but he could give me his 2 cents that I could hear for every question that I kind of addressed. Please stay on the lookout. Follow me on Instagram, doyle-marshall. You can follow Femi on Instagram as well. I'll put both of our Instagram links below, as well as our business, REBOOTX Academy. And if you have anything, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get this going. My coffee is now cold. This is the life of a mom, y'all. Have a great day. Have a blessed week. Bye.